Want to get right to it. A lot of Republicans are rallying behind the big baby after he was found guilty on 34 felony counts, falsifying business records to hide a sex scandal that would hurt his campaign in 2016. Now, yesterday, he sat with his support group on Fox News to whine about the boo-hoo of it all. Take a look.
The judge could decide to say, hey, house arrest or even jail.
It could
face what that could.
I'm okay with it. I saw one of my lawyers the other day on television saying, "Oh no, you don't want to do that to the president." I said, "You don't beg for anything." I think it would be tough for the public to take. You know, at a certain point, there's a breaking point.
You famously said regarding Hillary Clinton, lock her up. You declined to do that as president.
I felt, and I could have done it, but I felt it would have been a terrible thing. And then this happened to me. Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up, but the people would all say, lock her up, lock her up. Okay.
You know, for someone who brags about passing cognitive exams, he really has a short-term memory. Watch.
Hillary Clinton has to go to jail, okay? She has to go to jail.
She's crooked as a $3 bill. Lock her up is right.
For what she's done, they should lock her up. She's disgraceful.
Crooked Hillary, wait. Crooked, you should lock her up, I'll tell you.
You should lock them up. Lock up the Bidens. Lock up Hillary.
So now MAGA is apparently, threatening to rise up if he gets thrown in the clink. And will the Supreme Court step in? I mean, we're in such unprecedented territory. I mean, for me, I just have to say, they keep talk about the forefathers. Well, let's be clear. The forefathers didn't want someone above the law. That's why they didn't want a king.
Yeah.
That's why they came and made a democracy. They rejected it. They didn't want somebody who did not believe in checks and balances. And if you're not sure, if you think I'm making it up, because, people like to say, oh, this is all made up. Here are the places you can check. You can go read the Constitution, read the Declaration of Independence, get the original documents. Let me tell you where they are. They're in the rotunda for the Charters of Freedom. There are only about 24 surviving copies of the Declaration at the Library of Congress. They hold 2. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. We didn't want a dictatorship. Nobody wants a dictatorship. Nobody. Because nobody does well in a dictatorship. Just ask all the people who fled from Cuba why they left Cuba. They didn't want to be part of a dictatorship. So where do y'all think this is going?
Can I jump in on this Cuba part? Because there's something about this that, it's just driven me crazy all week. And look, some people have emotional support dogs. Donald Trump has emotional support senators. And they have been outdoing themselves as to who kisses his ass more, who can kiss the ring, who can... And I get it. They're trying to audition to be vice presidents, and that is a big part of being his vice president is who can suck up to me. But worse amongst them is the senator from my state of Florida, Marco Rubio. I'd like us to take a look at what he said.
This is the quintessential...
Looking at everything that is happening, President Donald Trump, election is coming, November is closer, and we see the women in the views. The women in the views are trying to campaign for Democrats to win. They are not in support of Donald Trump. So it's a campaign period, so everyone wants to win. The Republicans want to win, the Democrats want to win, so they all have different reasons to give, and they are campaigning who is going to do better and who is going to convince the people better. Sometimes by what they are doing, by the activities and their result, and what have been happening. We could see that the women in the views are talking about Hillary Clinton. President Donald Trump came and said that, no, I've never said I want to take Hillary Clinton to jail. It was the people who were telling me that I should put him to jail, but I told the people that no, I cannot put Hillary Clinton to jail. I cannot send him to jail. But the women in the views are saying that maybe President Donald Trump now have cognitive problem that he cannot remember. So they want to remember him. So they brought clips of him, like all clips of him talking. He was talking about Hillary Clinton. That Hillary Clinton is going to go to jail. Hillary Clinton is going to go to jail. Hillary Clinton was sent to jail. So the women in the view have various clips that he was talking about Hillary Clinton. So they were asking that, what type of president is this? Do the people want this type of president whom, if you are not in agreement with him, the only best result that he can solve the situation is to send you to jail? So what type of leader do the people want? They are trying to bring the part that President Donald Trump is a dictator. You know, a dictator, most African presidents are dictators. They want to dictate like they command. So the women in the views are saying that the forefathers knew that people like Donald Trump was going to come in. So the forefathers wrote all those laws and no one can be changed. So those laws are there for people like President Donald Trump to change him, not to change, to make him not to have a superpower. That is why you have the Congress, you have the Senate. All those votes have to pass. They don't give the president the 100 power. So if they give him power, he's going to do craziness. So that is why they limit the power of the president. It's in the people. The people have to vote. It's not just one man power. Because the fathers of the United States, Caesar, there was a lot of, the United States, they were from Britain, as I said it. Britain was being controlled by the monarch, which was the Pope, and the Pope was like a demigod. He decided what will happen there. So when they ran away from that type of government, so when they came out to another land, so they did not want to repeat what happened there, because that is what made them to run away from that land. So all they did, they want a country that people will be free. You can talk with freedom. You can express your mind. Because you are not in argument with somebody does not mean the person will put you to jail or lock you up or shut up your mouth. But the women in the views are saying that this is what President Donald Trump wants to do. So they are trying to tell the people that you cannot vote for such a person. How can you vote for such a big person? So don't vote for him. Don't vote for him. So they are telling the people, cautioning them that they should not vote for someone like President Donald Trump. What do you think? Do you believe that President Donald Trump is a dictator, or you don't believe? President Donald Trump also have his own people. So someone like Anna was very angry and saying that President Donald Trump have some senators that support him. One of them is the senator in Florida, and that senator is just talking about like Cuba and what's happening in Cuba, that people lose their life all because they want to have a free country. So the governor should not be degrading what happened in Cuba. So what especially do you have to say about this? Do you believe President Donald Trump is a dictator, or you just believe he's doing his job as a president? Let me see on comment. Let me see on suggestion on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.